please stand for the singing of our national anthem, which will be performed this evening by the beautiful and extremely talented Assistant Principal, Dr. Davis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave.
I will not be singing at all. Good evening, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for Spencer Center's class of 2024. To our families, students, friends, staff, faculty, alumni, distinguished guests, and to our graduates, we are so grateful to be here together this evening to celebrate this beautiful occasion. Thank you for your patience and giving us a few extra minutes to get started tonight as we were waiting for 4 members of our track team to join us. All 4 senior members of our track team advanced out of the district meet this evening. And they are here, ready to graduate from high school with their classmates. So this evening, of course, is dignified and at times serious, but it's also really celebration. It's a celebration of all the hard work that went into making it possible, so thank you to everyone for being here. We'll begin by welcoming board member Ben Lindy to the podium to address our graduates. Mr. Lindy, thank you so much for being here.
Good evening, everyone. I promise I'll be very, very short. My name is Ben Lindy. I'm a board member for Cincinnati Public Schools. I am also a proud CPS graduate. I'm a proud CPS parent. And I wanted to do 2 things. The first is share some thank yous. I was hoping together we could first give a round of applause to the teachers and staff. Thank you for all of the years of hard work that you have put into getting our graduates where they are today. Thank you. Second, I was hoping we could thank the parents and families of our graduates. If we could give them a round of applause, please. My son Aaron is 9, my daughter Lucy is 6, and they are at home right now, but I'm trying to imagine what it feels like to sit where you're sitting and to watch your kids graduate. And congratulations for the years of work that you've had in getting your young people where they are today. So I said 2 things. The first was some thank yous. The second, I wanted to say just a brief message to our graduates this evening. Our world needs you. There are so many challenges to work on, so many ways in which the world we inhabit is not the one that we want. And so I hope you will lead in your future with courage and that you'll do the right thing even when it's hard. I hope you will lead with love and that you extend that love to people that you have a lot in common with and people who think things that are very, very different from the things that you think. And I hope you will lead with humor. The work is hard, and we can do a lot to lighten each other's load along the way. So congratulations, and thank you.
Our next speaker is Chief of High School Transformation, Frankie Pollock. Mr. Pollock, it's an honor to hear from you this evening.
Good evening. Hi. My name again is Frankie Pollock Jr. I serve as the Chief of High School Transformation here at Cincinnati Public Schools. I am here on behalf of our Superintendent, Ironetta Wright, and on behalf of the entire administration of CPS to extend our enthusiastic and heartfelt congratulations to the 2024 graduating class of Spencer Center. Give it up for yourselves. It is a great honor and privilege to have the opportunity to share this day with you, to celebrate your academic achievements and to reflect and reminisce with you on your high school experience. Today is also an important opportunity to recognize and thank many individuals who have helped you along the way. As stated before, your parents, give it up for your parents again, and your families. Where would you be without your friends? So give it up for your friends. And of course, as we look around the room, we look down here, we want to give our thanks to our teachers and our staff of Spencer Center. So let's give it up for them as well. We all are grateful for the support you have all provided to this graduating class. We are proud of you and we are grateful for this opportunity to celebrate with you. I would like to thank Principal G for the invitation, and on behalf of CPS, congratulations to the Spencer Center class of 2024. Have a great night.
Good evening, graduates. Tonight is May 14th, 2024, and it is a great night to have a great night, and most likely a great night to have a good cry, too. The majority of this address will be delivered directly to you, our incredible Wolfpack leaders, the class of 2024. However, I would like to join Chief Pollock and Board Member Lindy by starting and thanking your families. Thank you for generously sharing these amazing gifts with us. I say it often, but it bears repeating, that we recognize what a responsibility it is to take care of other people's children. You have chosen to share the most important thing in your world with us, and we are so grateful for that trust. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the years of support that you have put behind each of our students and for being here tonight to honor them. I am not a speechwriter. I'm not an orator, and my words this evening have exactly one goal: to celebrate you. I won't be the most inspiring speaker. I will leave that to your classmates, but I do hope that you will understand just how much you are loved. I have known many of you for 7 years, and I have watched you grow into incredible people. I have been putting off writing this address for weeks. Of course, I have known that I would have to and that this day would come, but I guess I figured that if I delayed long enough, I wouldn't have to deal with the fact that I'm genuinely sad to be saying goodbye to this group of people. My apologies to you, Ms. Schnell, as I know you have been waiting to review my speech and give me feedback, I would make a terrible student today. This is a bittersweet night. I was talking with my mom the other day, and I was telling her that I never really understood the idea of bittersweet until I became a parent. I learned that there can be a moment full of absolute and soaring pride while simultaneously ripping your heart out. The first time your baby takes a step is also probably the last time that they'll crawl. And the first time that they sleep through the night may be the last time that they need you to cuddle them. Watching a human being grow and change and learn is full of moments that are genuinely bittersweet. And if you know me, you know that my first child before I was a mother to Martin and Ada was Spencer Center. This school community was my baby before I had babies of my own. And so even though parenting is what helped me to understand what it means to identify a moment as feeling bittersweet, I have been learning about bittersweet moments all along from each of you. It's bittersweet to stand before you today and to enumerate all of the many ways that you have made me an exceptionally proud principal. Sorry, it's my nose that's running more than my eyes right now, and just a lot happening. While also imagining that tomorrow we won't see your faces in the hallways. It's bittersweet to know that the world is in such good hands because soon it will be yours to lead, while also recognizing that the younger students at Spencer won't have you as their daily mentors. And it's bittersweet to stand before you and recognize that you aren't in fact kids anymore. You are high school graduates, and you are ready for what is next. I want to talk a bit about mirrors and windows before we get to my favorite part of my graduation addresses. Life is full of windows, opportunities to see the world and to learn about the lives and the stories of other people, especially those people who are different than you. Life is also full of mirrors, opportunities to learn more about ourselves. You have served as windows for one another. Spencer is a truly unique place with a beautifully diverse community of learners. You've had the opportunity to learn about the world by seeing it through each other's eyes. Further, you've been given the gift of intellectual freedom, the chance to spend time asking questions, exploring, and living in curiosity. Our school motto, Sapere Aude, encourages us all to dare to wonder. It's my hope that your teachers, your friends, and your families have made you feel encouraged to do just that, and that has ignited in you a lifelong commitment to looking out the window and out into the great big world. The privilege to learn alongside people who look and think differently than you is a gift, and I hope that you will continue to look out the window. You have also served as mirrors for one another. You have been able to learn about yourselves through your experiences together. You've had the opportunity to figure out what interests you, what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, what fills you up, what motivates you, and perhaps most importantly, what makes you happy. The choices that you've made about how to spend the next few years of your life align with that deep knowledge of yourselves, and I am so proud of all that you will do. We see you. Over the last years at Spencer Center, we as your community have had the immense pleasure of holding up a mirror for you so that you could hopefully see yourselves as we do. We know you to be brave and kind, passionate and focused, empathetic and eloquent. This mirror, the one that captures you as we see you, tells no lies. You are wonderful people, and it is my distinct honor to be able to say that to you tonight. If ever you doubt just how wonderful and capable you are, please find this mirror and look at yourself. The class of 2024 has invested in Spencer Center in a way that no class has before. You have invested in the classes who will come behind you. They adore you, even our lower school students. When you come outside and spend a little time with them in the Gaga pit, greet them by name in the hallway, answer their questions about a book, help them find a lost lunchbox, hold them accountable to improving their choices, or simply by the way that you carry yourselves through our hallways, you are teaching them about what it means to truly be in community with others. They see you as bright lights in this world. This mirror, the one that we will continue to hold, which bears your reflection, is honest. If you ever have a moment where you lack confidence or if you wonder if you're up to a challenge, take a look in your Spencer mirror and remember just how capable you are. One of the most wonderful things about being the principal of this school is that the people in our community are really invested in each other. The Wolfpack is full of exceptionally brilliant and exceptionally welcoming humans. One look into our courtyard on a sunny day will show you just this. In fact, the courtyard on a sunny day is one of my favorite places because it's where you are. It's where you have found each other and found yourselves. Under those blue umbrellas, you have built a beautiful community. Getting to know each of you has brought me more joy than I can fully express. In fact, it's the part of my job that I'm most grateful for. I love learning about you. This is the part of my night that I prize. I get to take a moment to say a couple of things about each of you. Wade Allen. Quiet and a little reserved, figuring you out has taken me some time. One thing that is immediately obvious upon meeting you is your deep love for Cincinnati sports. For years, the only way that I knew to connect with you was through the Bengals. So that meant that every Monday and the occasional Friday or Tuesday morning during football season, this is embarrassing to admit, but I would come up with a quick analysis of the previous night's game, knowing that it would help me to get to know you better. I would wait at arrival, and I would have my 2 or 3 sentences ready. And when I trounced one of the other teachers in a fantasy football game, I was thrilled to have the opportunity to brag to you about it. You never seemed as excited about it as I did, but I'm nothing if not persistent. And then something happened this year. You started to smile more. You worked harder on the basketball court and the baseball field and in the classroom than I'd ever seen you do before. And after the loss at Rice High School to end the basketball season, I saw a totally different side to you. You channeled your own disappointment and your own pride to pass the mantle to the class below you. You're an onion, Wade Allen, and it's a joy to watch you peel the layers. I can't wait to see what you channel that hard work towards next. Houday. Liam Knight. Of course you're choosing to go into social work. Of course. You are absolutely perfect for that role. You are kind and helpful, funny and honest, wildly unique, and yet unbelievably relatable. Chatting with you has been one of the most eye-opening experiences of my life. You understand yourself deeply, but are always seeking to understand others as well. You walk empathetically through the world and are fiercely loyal to those that you love. I'm so grateful to have been in your orbit these last years because it has meant that I got to witness how those around you benefited and were strengthened by your loyalty, and you have super rad hair. Thank you for creating safety for others and for not giving up on yourself. You will be an incredible helper because you always have been. Autumn Doyle. Thank goodness you came to us. Autumn made us wait all the way until junior year to meet her. And then she joined our community, and it was as if she had always been there. You are a champion for our environment, and even though you prefer to lead through action, your voice is powerful. You have a vision for this earth and for the future, and the fire to make it happen. As an inaugural member of the Roots to Boots program, you are taking a big step in the direction of a more sustainable and green future, and we are so proud of your work. Thank you for joining our Wolfpack family. We are the better for it. LaDeja Faulkner. You are creative and exceptionally hardworking. Most people have to choose between one of those 2 traits, but you have them both and in spades. Everything you touch is made more beautiful because of your involvement. You turned a ball of blue yarn into a beautiful custom prom dress. You turned a barren corner of our campus into a native grass prairie using your hard-earned grant dollars. And I know that you will turn your college experiences into an incredible career. You have such a clear sense of self and a confidence in your own purpose. You have known for years that you wanted to pursue a career in fashion, and now by combining that with a degree in business, you will be a force to reckon with. Thank you for your thoughtful gift the other day. I will wear it with great pride. And thank you for sharing your many gifts with us. And above all else, you have incredible taste in music. Sebastian Gorman, you are one goofy kid. Brilliant and yet somehow silly. Humble and yet quietly confident, you give the world's most interesting man a run for his money. You have quietly toiled away, earning excellent grades and commendations from your teachers. And then this year you decided to take on baseball. And we've had the pleasure of seeing you come out of your shell a bit more. You are a committed and caring friend and a conscientious human being, and the University of Cincinnati is lucky to have you. Elijah Hall. Hello, Elijah. You've kept me on my toes all these many years. You are smarter than you give yourself credit for, and dangerously charismatic. You love to make people laugh and to keep people guessing, but I hope that you know just how truly talented you are. I hope that you find a career that ignites your passion for entrepreneurship and allows you to shine. You have so many people who are in your corner and so many big ideas in your head. Go make something magical happen. Paul Hope. Paul, your smile is contagious. You appear lit from within. You are welcoming and sincere. Make others feel celebrated too. You are a talented athlete, that much is obvious. There are so many younger students at Spencer who count you as one of their role models, and because you will be phenomenal. I hope that you'll apply to work at Spencer one day. Drayshawn Jackson. Just a little stoic, but incredibly complex and deeply kind. It has been a pleasure getting to know you. You are tough, poised, and strong, but also allow yourself moments of vulnerability because you connect with other people. You are empathetic and emotionally available, and that is a gift. You are also a talented musical artist. You can find Drayshawn on SoundCloud if you're interested in listening to his bars. It's not all PG, so I won't be playing any of it tonight. Continue to believe in yourself and ask for help when you need it. Your kindness and your drive make it very easy to be in your corner. Amy Johnson. Oh, Amy, my sweet Amy. You are fun, incredibly fun, but you also manage many responsibilities, both at school and at home. You are insightful and an excellent judge of character. You are emotionally intelligent and an advocate for those around you. You really are the world's cheerleader. You encourage others and bring joy to our hallways. The Book Nook simply won't be the same without you next year. Matthias Knudsen. You are a true first. Our first early graduate. Matthias is graduating this evening as a sophomore. He has worked his tail off in order to achieve this feat, taking CCP classes in the summers and throughout the school year and carrying an incredibly rigorous workload. He goes on to Ohio University to study an athletic training program. Thank you for challenging us to think of new pathways and to support student growth, and thank you for your commitment to your studies. It's an inspiration. Gus Montgomery. Oh, Gus. I admire you. I know that even as you have taken time to get to know yourself, you have created space for others around you to safely understand themselves as well. You fit so beautifully into this world. In our eyes, you're perfect. Funny, weird, shady. You have made me laugh incredibly hard. It's my hope that you find your spot in the tech world and are able to pursue a career that motivates you. And if there is a shade of hair that you cannot pull off, you have yet to find it. Maren Myers, you are a truly gifted artist. Your gifts don't end there, however, because you're a truly talented friend. When you first walked through the doors of our school, I felt certain that you had found a home. As humans, we are all works in progress, but I know that for artists, it can be vulnerable to share your art before it is finished. Thank you for sharing your art. I'll never forget watching your dragon piece develop day after day, and it meant so much that you were willing to share that progress. Allow yourself the time to develop as well. You are worthy of the work. I can't wait to see your art in a gallery one day. Lloyd Parr, you have earned this. You have earned this, Lloyd Parr. You hear me? Okay, I see it, okay. You have worked hard to achieve your academic recognition this evening, and I hope that you are gaining confidence in your very real abilities. You are so bright, Lloyd. From that nervous sixth grader who bravely joined a brand new school to walking across the stage tonight earning summa cum laude honors, I hope that you know that it is not by accident. It is a testament to both your tenacity and your intelligence. Doing great. We're doing great. Morgan Richards, you show up in more ways than one. You show up for the people in your life, and you show up for yourself. You work hard on the court and on the field, and you carry yourself with a quiet confidence. You take time for other people. When others talk, you're really listening and building a genuine connection. The last 2 years, it has been so wonderful to see how you've invested time and energy into people. Emergency management is not without its risks, and it takes a caring and strong person to pursue that type of career. Thank you for your commitment to keeping other people safe. You're exceptional. Zaria Riley, you are one of the kindest people I've ever known. Kind, thoughtful, and you have a heart for others. This is your gift. Please continue to use it to make the world a better and brighter place. That is your superpower, truly. You lift other people up and make them feel included. You are a community builder. I will never forget your illuminated arrival at prom last year, totally befitting your brightness and beauty. We're so proud of your plans for next year and thrilled to hear what you do next. Mary Schlosser. It's difficult to account for just how much you have grown and changed and truly blossomed over the last 6 years. You have always been talented and bright. But over the last 2 years, I have watched as you seem to have come into your own with a new sense of confidence. You took a risk last year and started a new sport, pushed yourself out of your comfort zone, and that choice has had a ripple effect. I've seen you challenge yourself and realize your own strength and the power of your voice. You are determined and kind-hearted, and I know that you are ready for what comes next. From cheer to bowling to student council to engineering, you are a leader. That's the truth, you are a leader. I will always remember seeing you sing and dance to Taylor Swift at prom. That's how I'm choosing to remember you. I hope that you have begun to see yourself as others see you, and you continue to push yourself because the world needs your brilliance. Abubakar Sumuhoro. Abu. It's a rare talent for someone as tall as you are to make others feel big too. Your intelligence and talent have afforded you many opportunities in the spotlight, all well-deserved. If you think you've seen this face before, this very handsome face right here on this large screen, it's probably on billboards around Cincinnati. You can currently find him on Gilbert Avenue or on Glenway Crossing. But you also spend concerted effort making sure that the spotlight shines on others too. 6th grade, Abubakar. Were you shorter than me then? Maybe, okay. Had no idea just how much greatness lay before him. Thank you for teaching me our secret handshake. It has made this old mom feel cool again. Watching you run, I am fully convinced that we must be different species. You're incredible. Michi Stubblefield. It has been a long and winding path for us, Michi. 7th grade Michi was best described as a human bouncing ball. You had bountiful energy. Since then, you have channeled that energy into musical talent as well as exploring athletics. You are an award-winning musician, and I hope that you will find ways to continue to play in the future. You always brighten the classroom conversation, and it is true that you have unlimited potential. I know that you will find a path that makes your family, at Spencer and at home, proud. Raquel Thompson. With perhaps the largest contingency in the crowd. You've always been a teacher, and in 4 years, you'll be able to say so officially. You are a learner who believes in the power of education to transform lives. You invest in yourself and in other people by continuing to seek to improve yourself. 7 years ago, I'll never forget it, you walked through those doors a tiny little peanut of a thing. Your mom probably tried to walk you into your classes that first day. She sure does love you. You are easy to love, Raquel. Easy to love, easy to cheer for, and easy to invest in. I'm so proud that you have invested so much into yourself and into your development. There is no investment that is more important. Just like I said to Paul, please come back and apply to work at Spencer when you finish your teaching degree. Our kids would be so lucky to have you. Audrey Wan. You are sneaky funny. Still waters really do run deep, and your introverted nature belies your silliness and your incredible commitment to your friends. Watching you bowl this year and seeing how you grew into that leadership position was inspiring. It's wonderful to see you get the praise and recognition that you deserve. You are a talented writer, and I know that pursuing a degree in English is an exceptional choice for you. Witty, level-headed, and always down for a good time, you'll be impossible to replace here at Spencer. Marquez Whitehead. When there was a chance that the track meet might run over this portion of the evening, I was told I would never be forgiven if I spoke about Marquez in his absence. And so I believe I don't have to beg for your forgiveness, right? Okay, we're good? Marquez Whitehead, you are the easiest person to root for. Everyone who meets you wants to be on your team. And that's because you're an excellent teammate. You are supportive, humble, hardworking, and brave beyond measure. You have faced challenges and hurdles, both literally and figuratively, that at times probably made today seem out of reach or unimportant. You're going to make an exceptional nurse, truly exceptional. You are kind, but serious, and you will make your patients feel safe. Safe. I hope that you feel safe knowing just how ready you are. Keen Wilson. I am so glad that Lee and Leah joined you at Spencer this year because it gave us the chance to see a different side of you. You've always been quiet and introspective, curious as a student, but seeing you as a big brother allowed us to see your humor, your leadership, and your compassion. You love a good intellectual debate. I have sat a couple tables over in the courtyard and heard some really interesting ones, sometimes over deeply strange topics. I hope that you'll continue to find opportunities to flex those muscles. It takes a detail-oriented mind to go into engineering, and you will be an excellent fit for that world. To the class of 2024, remember that you always have us. And as Rudyard Kipling said, for the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Go, Pack, go.
Good evening. My name is Beth Schnell, and I am the Junior Senior English teacher and Graduation Committee Chair at Spencer Center for Gifted and Exceptional Students. I am also a self-proclaimed super fan of the class of 2024. It is my honor to introduce our next two speakers. They are members of this incredible class of incredible humans who would like to say a few words about their time at Spencer, what it has meant to them, and how they view their next chapter. I met both of these young women when they were little 8th grade girls in my English class. Both of them were timid and unsure in their way, but I could see behind the fear and nerves and knew that one day in the near future, they would step into their power and create a name for themselves. And as it turns out, I was right. These two ladies have been impeccable examples of what it means to be part of the pack, what it means to be a good friend, a good student, a good steward of the earth, and they are truly just really good humans who are such a pleasure to be around. They have big plans for their futures, and I can't wait to see them realize all of their dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mary Schlosser and LaDeja Faulkner.
Good evening to everyone who has come out tonight, our amazing staff, supportive family, all the esteemed guests here, and most importantly, the class of 2024. Today is a day we have been waiting for what seems like the last 4 years of our lives. Our parents, I'm sure, have been waiting for this day since we could talk. When we did first start to talk, we talked about anything and everything around us. All we cared about was being a kid and playing in the backyard. But eventually, we started to grow up. That imagination turned into daydreaming. We all had a dream now that we wanted to grow up, a dream to become a doctor or an astronaut. We thought we could do anything. Then reality hit. We were in middle school and we realized we were scared. We didn't want to go to high school. We wanted to stay a kid forever, and we hoped every night that we wouldn't grow up. Somewhere in between now and then, it hit us that we are in fact growing up. Here we stand today realizing that we're now grown up, realizing that everything has brought us here to this day, the day where we say, you're on your own, kid. The first time I went to school was in preschool. I went when I was 2 years old. Everything at that time was so exciting. My favorite thing was a hook on the wall. I was so excited I had somewhere to hang my own jacket. As a little kid, it was the most special thing in the world. It was a place I had as my own. Today, that jacket might be your closet, where you hang all your clothes to express yourself, or it's your room where you have posters on every wall. Growing up, I didn't always have those spots I could be myself and call my own. So when I got to Spencer, that's what it became. I was less scared to be myself. I was becoming me. At Spencer, I was able to call it my own. I was able to make my high school years work and make me happy. I didn't have to conform to anyone else's ideas of me or what I should be. Every day I went to school, and every day it turned more and more into that spot I called my own. As we grow up, we will find more places to call our home. We'll have our dorms or our apartments. We'll go and we'll try to find a place in this world. But throughout that, we know Spencer will always be a spot we can call our own. I'm standing here in front of you all as the little girl who first came to Spencer in 7th grade. One of my biggest memories from that year is an art field trip we went on. All of the art classes went downtown. I remember that day was so much fun. We walked around and we giggled about everything. That's what 7th grade was all about, giggling and having fun. Every day we would sit in classes with no more than 30 people. We thought 7th grade science was the hardest thing ever. I met most of you that year. We would walk around the hallways with no walls. We would talk in the commons, and we would fight in Miss Joneser's class or run away from the bees in the courtyard. But we all made it here. All 20 of us made it through to this day, where we are all going to walk across this stage together. I remember the first time I walked into Spencer, I had no idea what it was going to be like. I walked in, and one of the first things I saw was Miss G's wonderful smiling face. I know that on my last day leaving the building, I will walk out, and one of the last things I see is that same beautiful smile. Everyone at Spencer has helped us get to where we are today. We've all changed, we've all grown up, and that is something we should be proud of. When I came to Spencer, I did no sports. I was in no clubs, and now in my senior year, I'm not only in 4 sports and 3 clubs, but I've also been crowned prom queen, won the Marion Spencer Award, and done so much more than 12-year-old me would have imagined possible. Every step of the way, I had someone in my corner cheering me on. From Miss Otting coming to all my sporting events, to Miss Schnell and Pandabecker cheering the loudest out of everyone when I got my award, all of it means the world to me. On the day I won the Marion Spencer Award, I was having an awful day. I heard them come on the announcements calling all the juniors and seniors down to the cafeteria, and part of me wanted to stay in that hallway and not go. I got in there, and it was a time to celebrate all of the seniors. At the end, they played a video and announced me as the award winner. Seeing my name up on that screen and seeing everyone cheering for me made me so happy. I went from crying minutes before to hugging all of my teachers with a smile on my face. And I think that's what gave me the courage to stand up here today and talk to everyone, because I know no matter what, we will have support from all of our staff. In all honesty, trying to write this speech has been really hard. I know that once it was done, it meant it was truly time to say goodbye. So I waited. I waited until it was here, and I had an idea on what to say. And that idea was I needed to thank you all. First, thank you to my family who loves me and supports me. Thank you to Ms. G for being the best and most supportive principal you could be. Thank you to Ms. Otting for being there every step of the way and being my biggest supporter. Thank you to Ms. Schnell for helping me with this speech. Thank you to Mr. Gerhardt and Mr. McCarthy for always making me smile. If I had time to thank every single staff member, I would. To all of my friends, you've been the best. I couldn't have asked for more love than what you've given me. All of the class of 2024, thank you. We made it here together. We're all important in this story that got us here. Remember that. There will be happiness after you, but there was happiness because of you. This is a quote written by Taylor Swift. We all knew I was going to mention her here somewhere, and here it is. When I listen to this song where she says this, I think of these high school years. I know we're all sad to be leaving this school behind. We've had some amazing memories here, but this is not where they stop. We're going to make more memories for years to come, but we will also think back on the happiness that we had at our tiny school in Walnut Hills. There will forever be memories here from our first day to our last. I walked down the halls on my last week of school, and I saw the hallways with no walls. I saw the courtyard where I used to eat, and I saw the classrooms I used to sit in. But I also saw the wall where all the seniors signed, the classrooms I spent a lot of time in this year, in the senior wall we made. These years have been something out of a movie, and we made it through. We have been here through a global pandemic and so many changes, but we made it here today as the class of 2024, the same 7th graders from 2018. Those same kids might think in 10 years that it is easier in our lunchbox days. You'll look back and miss this, but no matter what, no matter where we all are in the future, remember these days with each other. I look around at the 21 of us, and I see a lot of people who have changed. I see some of you as the kids I met in 7th grade. I see others who I just met 2 years ago, but either way, we all evolved. The future is here now. We're growing, and we're leaving this chapter of our lives. I hope the next part is full of happiness and success for all of us. I hope we look back one day and think to ourselves, I wish I knew where they all were today. For some of us, this might be goodbye. For others, it's see you later. No matter which one, I am incredibly thankful for all of you. The amount of support I've gotten from not only my family, but my teachers and my friends makes me so grateful. You all helped me get through this and get to this point. I am grateful Spencer has been my home for the last few years. Now it's time to move on, pack our bags, start this new part in our lives. Next chapter. Congratulations, class of 2024.
I just want to say that was amazing, Mary. You did your thing. All right. Oh, thank you. Good evening, loved ones, friends, family, faculty, staff, class of 2024. It is May 14th, 2024, and as Miss G always says, it's a great night to have a great night. Today marks the start of your Renaissance. When you hear the word Renaissance, you may have a few ideas in mind. The Italian Renaissance, the Harlem Renaissance, or if you're a part of the hive like me, Beyonce Renaissance. You know, I had to mention her somewhere. Anyway, the term Renaissance means rebirth in French. The word represents a new era in time for us, the entry to a newly unlocked path. The class of 2024 is quite remarkable. No need to brag, but our class is pretty elite. We've been super involved from the time most of us came as middle schoolers to this little brand new gifted school in Walnut Hills to being seniors at Spencer Center. The first version of our class contained many different characters and experiences. Many have come and gone. Shout out to our former classmates because you are part of our journey too. And as a class, we have stayed strong and fought through the obstacles that have come our way. We started off our high school careers during a pandemic, which came with its own trials and tribulations. As hard as it was starting our freshman year off on a computer, it came with many fun memories, like our frozen cameras and Miss Ramaker unknowingly having her mic unmuted. I've witnessed and experienced many changes from our class over the past 6 years. I've had the privilege of seeing you all come out of your shells, mature, evolve, and embrace your identities and what makes you, you. I've had my own personal growth over the years. From the time I was a little girl, I've been known as a chatty Cathy because I have so much to talk about and share with the world. Some would be surprised to know I was not always at times, the vibrant LaDeja some know me to be. I used to have to push myself to talk to people, and I struggled and still do with being a people pleaser. I felt like I needed to be everyone else but me and didn't truly realize that me being awkward, weird, talkative, passionate, and a little too nice for my own good could be my superpower. It took me a little minute to warm up at Spencer. We all came from different backgrounds, places, and upbringings, and sometimes that clashes, especially when you are a scared preteen attending a new school. There were hurdles to overcome, like me having the urge to fit in and escape this cocoon, but by allowing myself to grow, I metamorphosized naturally. What also made it all worth it were the moments when I felt loved and seen. There were times when I cried because I didn't feel good enough as a person. There were also times when I received a hug, got checked up on, had a teacher console me like their daughter, or was given a well-needed wake-up call from Dr. Gajar. One thing every student at Spencer can say is that we may be tiny, but we are a unit. The younger kids look up to us, and all of the staff members, from Mrs. G to the custodians, love us to pieces. A strong memory for me I will never forget is when a security guard that we had last year named Miss Marcy gave me a beautiful ring as a reminder that when I am down, someone believes in me. That memory alone is a reminder. As a staff, your impact on us is immeasurable, and we will always carry with us what you taught us, whether in the books or in life. We are a bunch of teenagers, so it can get dysfunctional, but because of this place and the family we created, we will always have a tie to one another. Over time, people grow apart from each other, and that is organic and okay, but I hope to see at least one of you at a grocery store on a random Tuesday and chop it up like old times. I've seen it happen with my dad at Kroger, so it is possible. There are times in our own journeys where we have reverted back to the little kid that scraped their knee at the playground. There may have been times where you felt like you weren't going to be here, let alone good enough to be here. I am here to tell you right now that you are here and you are more than good enough to be here. When there's a scrape, there's always a Band-Aid. You always hear as a kid, never give up. And it sounds cliche, but it is true. We may lack motivation at times, feel like we are deep in quicksand, but there is always something or someone to pull you back up to the surface. That may be a loved one, a specific motivation, or your own inner self. I know for me, a strong motivation in my growth has been my parents' story. They are the definition of the roses that grew from concrete. I am the product of two people who kept their heads up, and they've shown me I can get through anything that comes my way. It is crazy to think that almost 18 years ago, my mother, a senior in high school at the time, gave birth to a little baby girl with stringy little hair. The odds were stacked against my parents during their childhoods as they grew up wanting and needing things they could not have. Instead of that being their downfall, that motivated them to succeed. My mom saw so much in this little baby girl and pushed through the adversities of being a first-time young mother with many odds against her. My parents both got their high school equivalents, went on to post-secondary school, and formed their own careers. Now that little girl with the stringy little hair is standing on this podium before you, about to graduate and start a new chapter in life. It gets hard at times because my parents miss that adorable, innocent little girl. I miss her too. I know many in the crowd can relate as it gets hard to see your baby grow up. It's an emotional experience for that baby as well. Those little kids in us are still here. Never let go of that playful and imaginative side of you. Don't turn cold because the world will try to make you. I can confidently tell you all that those little kids are happy to be who they are today. You may question it at times, but it is true. The same thing will happen when future you looks back on you in this present moment. When I look into this crowd, I see future lawyers, healthcare providers, educators, engineers, entrepreneurs, artists, star-rated athletes, and all-around prosperous adults. I also see hilarious, talented, resilient, driven, and intelligent people. Heavy on intelligent, as we have a member of the class graduating as a sophomore. That is impressive. Shout out Matthias. To the younger people, a part of the Renaissance is enjoying the art behind it. As an underclassman, I used to say I could not wait until I was a senior. As a third grader, I wanted to be one of the cool sixth graders. As much as it is cool to be older, enjoy being younger while you are. This goes for everyone of all ages, especially our class. Enjoy every minute of life. Enjoy this moment now. Don't be in such a rush to grow up because you'll be grown wanting to turn back time. There is so much I'm already going to miss. I miss being a goofy kid exploring the playground and creating my own fantasy world where I'm the princess. I miss playing video games with my little sister and brother and laughing hard until I cried. I miss the crazy days on the bus in middle school and rolling down the hallways in chairs where we had whiteboards instead of walls. I miss that giant swing that used to be on the playground that got taken down because students kept falling off of it. I will miss moments at school where I laughed so hard at a presentation or what a friend said at the lunch table. I will miss seeing the boys play, fight, and tell entertaining stories in class. I will miss seeing Elijah, Keen, Lloyd, and Michi debate with Mr. Lewis about a topic Lewis is obviously passionate about. I will miss Raquel saying what everyone else is thinking and Mr. Harris side-eyeing her jokingly. I will miss high-fiving younger kids in the hallway. I will miss the girl chats and girls to women or in the bathroom with Amy, doing the Aaliyah dance with Mrs. Giannacchio, having a deep conversation with Dr. Gajar, listening to music in Miss Otting's room, and joking around with Mr. Gearhart in his office. I will miss cracking dad jokes with Liam, having a sarcasm off with Mr. McCarthy, going wild after a successful sports event, and looking at pictures of cool bugs with Gus. I will miss the heart-to-hearts, the group hugs, the collective laughter. All year I've been saying I am so ready to leave, but truthfully I am not. No one really is. That's the cool part of a Renaissance. You never know what's next in store for it, but it ends up being an iconic part of history. We all are a work of art and a work in progress. When you leave here, I want you to take these 4 things with you. Number 1, remember the grind doesn't stop after high school. You made it this far, the marathon isn't over. Like Kobe Bryant once said, Mamba mentality is all about focusing on the process and trusting in the hard work when it matters most. Adopt that mentality and keep striving for greatness. Become the best version of you that you can be. Nipsey Hussle described it best: dedication, hard work, plus patience. Stay dedicated and be motivated. Number 2, be patient with yourself. Learn from your mistakes and take every lesson learned with you. Every time you face a moment of weakness, dust yourself off and come back even stronger. Number 3, love yours. Take care of you and live the life you want to live. You're the only person that you will have at all times, and your experiences are unique to you. Always trust your gut. Never count yourself out. Meditate and be your own support system. Last but not least, allow yourself to bloom. You cannot always control everything. Some things are meant to be out of your hands. Success doesn't come overnight. Never forget that in your battles, you are never alone, you are strong, and you will survive. When you feel the world cave in on you, return to your peace. With that being said, I will leave you with a quote from one of my favorite books ever, Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, shown to me by Mrs. Schnell. For all of the roses growing in concrete, keep blossoming. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Can we give our student speakers another round of applause, please? I am so glad that you all got to hear such powerful words from our students tonight. This class is truly remarkable. And this class is truly especially important to me because they were my very first class of 8th graders when I came to Spencer 5 years ago. So for me, this is a bittersweet moment because it's almost like we've grown up together. I've been an educator within Cincinnati Public Schools for a decade now, so I would say that I could be seen by some as a veteran teacher at this point in my career. However, it was this class in particular that truly taught me what it means to be an educator. You taught me how to make learning work for your individual brains and needs, how to push you without shutting you down, and when to back off and just let you cook. In short, you have all made me a better teacher and a better human just by being exactly who you are. As teachers, and because you know I love a good simile, it is easy to view each of you as a single, unique flower in our endless garden of students. Some of you need more water than others, some more sunlight, or more shade. It is our job to learn your needs and accommodate them as best we can so that you can thrive and bloom. I know I speak for the entire faculty when I say, it has been an honor and a pleasure to have been a small part of your cultivation, of your growth. And now, as I look out at this arena floor, what a gorgeous garden I see in front of me. So tonight, as you receive your diplomas, you will also receive a flower. This is a symbol showing that none of us get to where we are all alone. We all have help reaching full bloom. So as you receive this flower, think about the gardeners in your life who helped you blossom into this moment right here. And when you see them, give them that flower and thank them for being part of your cultivation. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words to all of you this evening. It is the honor of my life to be among young people who I know are the ones that will strengthen the world's humanity because you see the humanity in all things. Congratulations to the class of 2024. I love you all, and I am so, so proud of you. And next, we would like to recognize a number of our students who have achieved some high levels of academic success. To achieve such high academic marks consistently throughout high school is something that should be celebrated and recognized. Your PAC is so proud of your accomplishments. First, each department would like to recognize one student who exhibited outstanding achievement in each specific discipline. Graduates, when you hear your name, please stand and be honored for your achievements. Receiving the English Award, Audrey Wan. Receiving the Science Award, Mary Schlosser. Receiving the Social Studies Award, Autumn Doyle. Receiving the Mathematics Award, Audrey Wan. Receiving the Latin Award, Mary Schlosser. Receiving the Fine Arts Award, LaDeja Faulkner. Receiving the Physical Education and Health Award, Wade Allen. And receiving the Technology Award, Mary Schlosser. Congratulations to these graduates for their achievements. Next, we would like to honor those students who have achieved the highest academic honors in their class. Students who receive Latin honors worked incredibly hard and are recognized for their efforts by the colored cords around their necks. Please stand when your name is called. Receiving cum laude honors, Mary Schlosser. Receiving magna cum laude honors, Sebastian Gorman and Audrey Wan. And finally, receiving summa cum laude honors, Lloyd Parr. And finally, we would like to recognize our Marion Spencer Graduate Award winner for 2024. The Marion Spencer Award is the highest honor a graduating senior can receive at the Spencer Center for Gifted and Exceptional Students. This award began with our first graduating class in 2022 to honor the legacy of Mrs. Marion Spencer. As the namesake of our school, Mrs. Spencer was instrumental in fighting fearlessly for civil rights and racial justice, impacting the city of Cincinnati for generations to come. She chaired legal action to desegregate Coney Island Amusement Park, was the first female president of the Cincinnati chapter of the NAACP, the first Black female Cincinnati City Council member, the first female to serve as Cincinnati Vice Mayor, and in 2018, the Spencer family was honored with the naming of Marion Spencer Hall, a student dormitory on the campus of the University of Cincinnati. As a civil rights legend and community leader, our Spencer Center students strive to continue to expand upon her legacy of equality, service, and excellence. This award is given for exceptional scholarship and leadership to a Spencer Center graduating senior. In lieu of valedictorian, we recognize one student per year who meets the following criteria. The student has earned at least a cumulative unweighted GPA of 3.4 or higher and exemplifies the Spencer spirit of the pack. This year's 2024 Marion Spencer Graduate Award goes to Mary Schlosser. Please stand and be recognized. Congratulations.
This is the big moment. At this time, we would like to ask Board Member Lindy to confer the diplomas for the class of 2024. Graduates, you have chosen your classmate, Marquez Whitehead, to accept the diplomas on your behalf. Marquez, can you please come forward? Graduates, please stand.
I confer that the Spencer Center class of 2024 has met all of the requirements associated with the Ohio Department of Education, Cincinnati Public Schools, and the North Central Accreditation Association.
On behalf of the class of 2024, I accept these diplomas.
Not that I don't know you and could have said it anyway, but just in case. Just in case. Graduates, are you ready? Fantastic. Let's get this show on the road. Wade Anthony Allen. Liam Nathaniel Knipe. Autumn Grace Doyle. LaDeja Aaliyah Faulkner. Sebastian Lucas Gorman. Elijah Jordan Hall. Paul Matthew Hope. Drayshawn Christopher Jackson. Amy Renee Johnson. C. Matthias Rosen Knudsen. Cecil Gus Montgomery. Marin Myers. That was impressive. Lloyd Usum Parr. Morgan Wynn Richards. Zaria Sanai Elise Riley. Mary Elizabeth Schlosser. Abubakar Sumaharo. Michi Stubblefield. Raquel Jamies Thompson. Audrey Catherine Juan. Marquez Lee Whitehead. And last, but certainly not the least, Keen Divine Randy Wilson. One more round of applause for our class of 2024.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh Harris, and this is my 4th year teaching here, teaching history and government at Spencer Center. And it's been my privilege to teach your children these past 4 years. While all of our students are amazing and wonderful young men and women, the class of 2024 does hold a special place in my heart. We came into high school together in the fall of 2020. I don't need to remind anybody that in the fall of 2020, we started our school year virtually. Yes, my first introduction I had to your children was through a computer screen while they were sitting in their pajamas and hoodies in their bedrooms. They stayed with me through their sophomore and junior years before eventually becoming seniors. I don't want to take too long. If the kids know anything about me, it's that I like having fun. So I want to be quick, and I want to get to the celebrating. But I did want to say a couple things about them real quick. I've enjoyed so much watching you all grow into exceptional young men and women over the last few years. I have memories of all of you. I will always remember eating lunch with Marin, Liam, Lloyd, and Autumn, just talking about life. I'll miss helping Lloyd tie his ties for all formal events, although he informed me today that he took care of it himself, and I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'll always remember the time Gus, Keen, and Sebastian accidentally set the fire alarm off in my classroom, prompting a quick response from the local fire department with a football. I'll never forget Mary constantly reminding me to finish writing my essay to apply for grad school. Once I finally finished it and submitted it, she was one of the first people I told so that she would quit reminding me to finish my essay. I won't forget finding random videos on my phone from Morgan because I left my phone lying around and he decided to pick it up and make a video telling me about his day. I'll miss my lunches with Raquel and Amy, seeing them work through the difficulties of being a teenager and growing into responsible and amazing young women. I'll miss Elijah Hall challenging me with questions that I hadn't considered. It's made me a more deliberate and thoughtful teacher. I'll never forget my cousin Abubakar arguing about something and then making up like brothers every single day. I'll miss Michi's unlimited energy, and I'll miss Drayshawn's unlimited chill. I'll miss Zaria's optimism and LaDeja's positivity. I'll miss Audrey telling me about her vacations and travels around the world in the nonchalant way that Audrey talks about everything. I'll never forget Wade hitting me in the face with a pie or watching Paul dominate on the court. And although I never got to have him in class, I'll miss spending time with Matthias as well. We did have time in study hall, but I never got to be your history teacher or your government teacher. But I did get to enjoy getting to know you this year. The turning of the tassel symbolizes the completion of your studies, the passing from one stage of your life to the next. And it is with great honor that I ask you, the class of 2024, to please stand and move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations!
This concludes our commencement ceremony for 2024. Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations to the graduates.